Welcome to Fontix News. Imagine never losing cell service again, even in the middle of the ocean, deep in the mountains, or miles away from civilization. Thanks to a major collaboration between Apple and SpaceX, iPhones are about to tap into Starlink satellites, bringing connectivity to places that were previously out of reach. Apple and SpaceX have officially partnered to bring Starlink satellite connectivity to iPhones, making it possible for users to send messages even when they're off the grid. The feature, currently rolling out in a beta phase, will allow certain T-Mobile customers in the US to send SMS messages via the Starlink satellite network. Eventually, the service is expected to support voice calls and potentially even data transmission. For years, traditional cell networks have relied on ground-based towers, which work well in urban areas but fail in remote locations, natural disaster zones, or during network outages. Apple's move to integrate Starlink into iPhones changes that equation, ensuring that users remain connected even in the most isolated locations. Elon Musk's SpaceX has been steadily growing its Starlink satellite network, which now includes thousands of low Earth orbit (LEO) satellites designed to provide global broadband coverage. Until now, Starlink has primarily been used for internet access in homes, businesses, and even on aircraft and cruise ships. By linking up with iPhones, SpaceX is taking a major step toward mainstream satellite communication. And let's be real, this means your "I'm in a dead zone" excuse for ignoring texts is about to become a thing of the past. This new feature will be available to iPhone 14 and later models running iOS 18.3. Initially, only select T-Mobile users in the US will have access through a beta program, but Apple and SpaceX are expected to expand the service to additional carriers and regions in the future. Right now, the service is limited to basic SMS texting, meaning no internet browsing or video calls just yet. However, industry experts predict that future versions of this technology could support more advanced features, including full satellite-based voice calling and data access. The implications of Apple's Starlink integration extend far beyond just avoiding dropped calls. In the long term, this partnership could revolutionize mobile networks by reducing reliance on traditional cell towers, improve disaster response by ensuring people can stay connected during hurricanes, earthquakes, or other emergencies, expand internet access to rural and underserved areas. Of course, this partnership between Apple and SpaceX could also pose challenges for traditional telecom providers, who may need to adapt to a world where satellite-based networks start competing with traditional infrastructure. Some analysts even speculate that companies like Verizon and AT&T may have to develop their own satellite partnerships to stay competitive. Apple and SpaceX's partnership signals a major step forward in global connectivity. While the first phase of this rollout is limited to SMS messaging, the potential for voice and data support in the near future is massive. With this breakthrough, we're inching closer to a future where a lack of signal is no longer an issue. Whether you're hiking in the wilderness, sailing across the Atlantic, or just stuck in an elevator with no bars, Starlink connectivity could ensure that your iPhone stays online. The only downside? Now, even when you claim you never got the text, your friends will know you're lying. Or could this be another way for the tech oligarchy to invade what little privacy that you currently have? Thank you for watching this edition of Fontix News. For more stories like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.